Welcome. We're going to jump right in. We are in chapter 1, Mishnah 3. Antigonus, ish Sokho, kibel mishimon hatzadik. Antigonus, a man of Sokho, meaning he was from the town of Sokho, received the tradition from Shimon the Righteous, which is interesting. It tells us right away that we've entered into the Greek period. Antigonus is obviously a Greek name. So now we're entering into a period where the main conflict Judaism is experiencing is between traditional Judaism and a sort of Hellenized, Grecified Judaism. Hu haya omer, al tiu ka'avadim hameshamshin et harav al manat lekabel pras. Don't be like those who serve their master in order to receive a prize or a reward. Ela havu ka'avadim hameshamshin et harav shelo al manat lekabel pras. Rather, you should be like one who serves their master in order, not in order to receive a reward. Vihi mora shamayim alechem, and the fear of heaven should be upon you. So we learn a few different things here. One is we learn it's better to serve your master, to serve God, out of love than out of fear, and that's what we should try to do. And this sort of plays directly into what we were talking about a moment ago about Greeks. So the main idea in pagan religion is, you have different gods for different purposes. You have your god of the games, you have your god of the intellect, your god of sport, your god of the bedroom, god of everything. And whatever little thing you need, there's a prescription. It's basically a form of magic. You give something to this god, and in return, you get something out. And gods are not necessarily, in Greek mythology, seen as moral actors. They're not necessarily good. They're just like us. They want things, and if we give them those things, then they give us what we want. It's a very transactional relationship, which is the opposite of the Jewish relationship to God, where God is in charge of everything. He runs the world. He's going to give us everything we need, not necessarily what we want, and he's going to challenge us in ways that give us the challenges that we need. And our job is to serve God anyway out of love, which is especially necessary because the reward is not always obvious if it comes at all in this world. If not, sometimes it comes in the next world, but we don't know about that. We just have to take that on faith. The RAMBAM, whose commentary we've been using, says that it's important to do our service of God in a way of kindness. So the example he gives is that the way a father may ask a small child to do him a favor, and then when he does it, he gives him a few coins or a little treat or something. He gets a reward, but he still did the act out of love, right? And another example might be, like, for instance, I don't know why, but I like to ask my wife Daniela to get me a cup of coffee. It's silly, it's not a big deal, I could do it myself, but it's an act. She does it as an act of love, and I receive it as an act of love. That's different from, if she was afraid of me, God forbid. So, but nonetheless, the Mishnah ends with saying to don't forget to also fear God, meaning love of God is great. That's the ideal, but the basis, fear of God, is the beginning of wisdom. If you don't have any fear, or let's say awe, might be a better translation of God, then it's not gonna. You need that to sort of keep you just from going off the path, from going off the straight and narrow. Whereas love can take you beyond and to the next level. So the RAMBAM says that, serving God out of love might be enough for us to do what God asks of us, but we still need the fear to prevent us from doing transgressions, from doing things that we want to do that aren't permitted. And that's all.